Obviously pleased for Adrian, and certainly feel like she should be on the all-defense team and all-conference team. So very pleased for her and the awards. Yeah, obviously, I think any individual awards are also a reflection of the team, and so give credit to the team and to the steps that we've taken in a program as well.
From your perspective, what attributes does Adrian bring to get an award like Defensive Player of the Year?
Yeah, I just think her energy. I think coaches admire her, the energy that she plays with. It's a grinding schedule, and the Big Ten is so strong to come out every day and play with energy and play with fight. And a lot of times she defended their best guard at times and could guard 1 through 5, as Charisma did the same thing. So both of them can really guard.
Can you talk about how Adrian's defensive performance has improved when she started playing?
Yeah, I mean, you saw it certainly last year, saw her physical gifts, and we played against her when we were at Green Bay, and she's the one kid we used to run a play all the time, and she kind of shut down the one play because she wouldn't let the ball be dribbled to the middle. It's the only time all year that play wasn't effective because she just wasn't going to let the ball be dribbled to where we wanted to go. And, so we saw that in her right away, that she can change a game, change a play just by her defense. And there's a lot of possessions this year that, possession would just be okay until her person got the ball, and all of a sudden, we became almost the aggressor and getting the ball stopped and getting pressured and getting some tips and things like that.
Adrian talked about the mindset and being mentally tough this weekend to potentially win 4 games in 4 days. How much would you be leaning on those seniors to instill that in some of those younger players, because it's all about mental toughness this time of year?
Yeah, I think that's a big step for these kids. One, to believe that we should win, that they deserve to win, and we try to practice really hard and do the right thing so they're deserving of that. And going with the mentality that we believe we can win and should is a big step. I think that's one of the things you do as a winning program is you believe you should win, and you believe when you step on the court you're going to win, and helping them with that mentality is really important.
With regard to Charisma and her award, maybe you could talk about that too.
Yeah, excited that she made the all-conference team. Appreciate the media for voting her first team. Felt like she was definitely deserving of first team and nomination. We nominated her for Player of the Year, and I don't know how with the stats that she has that she's not on the first team for both the media and coaches, and certainly you could make a very strong argument for Player of the Year. And I agree with the fact that the top team should probably get the Player of the Year. I would probably set them, but at the same time, she should be second, third, fourth in the voting, and her to slip to 6th is, to me, not okay. And I'm disappointed for her. She also should have been on the all defensive team, if not her and Adrian share. Her block shots and steals are top of the conference. She is as good as anybody in the league defensively. So I'm disappointed for her not to make the all defensive team and not to be first team on the coaches. I think that was a slight, and disappointed for her in our program for that.
There obviously had been some talk about you being up for one of the awards too, and Coach of the Year. What's your perspective on that?
Yeah, I feel like that's a staff award, for Coach of the Year, and do I feel like our staff did some great things? Certainly, but one of the things you can vote for yourself, but I don't think that's the right thing to do. And as staff talked about it, we didn't vote for ourselves, even though we feel like maybe we're deserving of some things. But I don't think that's the right thing to do. So, but I feel like I have a great staff. I think we've done a great job. It's the best conference record in 10 years. That's saying something. So proud of our staff.
I'm sorry, Charisma's second team selection, the coach's selection. What do you think that says?
Yeah, I don't know. I think sometimes if you justify, it's hard to know what coaches were thinking, but maybe they looked at, okay, Penn State and Nebraska being the top 2 teams they deserve. But for Bantam, to be a sophomore, and we beat Minnesota twice, sure, Bantam's a great player and one of the top scorers, but you look at the defensive end, what Charisma brings in the defensive end. I don't know that coaches look at the defensive end as much as they should, and that would be the one thing I would say. Hey, it's Charisma should have been probably Defensive Player of the Year with Adrian, and she's certainly better than some of the kids that got voted on the all-defense team, and some of the people on the first team. She's better defensively than they are.